Hello everyone, and welcome to the September issue of Those Who Served. Joining me today is Larry Hester, Service Officer at the local VFW. Larry, thanks for joining us again.
Glad to be here.
September 13th, VFW Post meeting, 8:30 a.m. That good breakfast will be served as always.
Oh, yeah.
And folks, I've had breakfast there with Larry and all of them, and it's a wonderful opportunity to see what's going on with your local VFW Post. Public is welcome for the breakfast, so take advantage of that, September 13th. And also on the 13th, we have a special event going on, 10 a.m. Battlefield Parkway, Pine Grove Road. There's a dedication.
Yep.
Rolling Thunder will be there to lead everyone to the reception after the dedication. And this is to honor Private First Class Michael Lee Dotson, who was a graduate of Ringgold High School. Unfortunately, Private First Class was killed in Vietnam in action. And we will be there to honor him alongside his family and with the veterans organizations.
Yes. The VVA is going to do their thing at this event, and Rolling Thunder, which I'm a member of, and several other motorcycle clubs, which we're not a motorcycle club, we're a veteran support organization, but we've got several motorcycle clubs that are going to attend the event now, and we will escort the family to the voting precinct in Boynton.
Okay.
And all. I mean, that's just something we do, you know, that anytime a family needs something like this, we're honored to get out, and it's not just to go out and ride. It's an honor to escort a family to a function like this, like the little boy that, you know, was killed by the bus last year. I mean, I was notified on a Friday, and the next day we had nearly 300 bikes there. And you know, this biker community, I don't care what their colors are, they turn out to help veterans and citizens too. I mean, this is just the way the bikers are. They got big hearts. Some of them's real ugly like me, but
But they have big hearts on bikes.
Big hearts.
And that's a wonderful thing that they are always there to help others.
oh yeah.
So public, please be at Pine Grove Road, Battlefield Parkway on the corner to honor a fallen hero. That's September 13th at 10 a.m. We look forward to seeing you there. It's very important that we honor our heroes. September 15th, Biscuit Time.
Biscuit time at the VA outpatient clinic in Eastgate. And all we go over every month. That's one of the things that we do with the proceeds we get from the things we do. We carry biscuits over every month. And I know that, you know, a lot of people say, well, those veterans, most of the Vietnam veterans got diabetes. Well, one biscuit ain't gonna, well, you can see it then hadn't hurt me none. But we do that every month, and we enjoy doing it, and we enjoy making sure that the staff gets them as well, because most of the staff over are either veterans or wives of veterans and all. There's very, very few that are not veteran related and all, and the few that are and all, like Theodore, the homeless veteran guy over there, he's a non-veteran, but that man's got a heart big as Texas, and he's always doing something to try to help the homeless.
He's serving in his capacity.
He is definitely he's a keeper. He's my dog. I'll hunt with him.
And we like those who serve. The public is invited to accompany you guys to the VA clinic at Eastgate to hand out biscuits. And it's just another wonderful service opportunity if you'd like to become a part of that mission each month.
Yeah, we meet down here at Hardy's. We buy the biscuits right here at Hardy's in Fort O. And Miss Jenny down there, she's awfully nice to us and all. And of course, the man that, one of the owners that passed away a few years back from the franchise that owns this one down here and several more, he was a veteran, and we used to see him over at the outpatient clinic frequently. and he made sure that they give us a discount, which we respect it very much, and that's where we go to get our biscuits. Hardy's biscuits is hard to beat.
That's true. That's true. September 20th, Habitat for Humanity is having hard hats and high heels. This will be at the Colonnade, and to purchase tickets, you can call 706-861-5858. And this particular home is being built for the wife and children of a veteran. So we'd like to ask you to take part in that event as well. Going to be some good-looking guys serving food, ladies in high heels, modeling attire. A good time will be had by all, including a good meal. You should be there. You should be there.
I'm going to try.
Now, VFW membership. You say to me, Paula, we've got to increase membership. We need some young people to get involved.
Definitely.
Males and females. VFW.
yeah.
How much does this membership cost, Larry?
$35 a year.
$35 a year for the entire year.
Yep.
When can they come sign up?
Anytime. Our quartermaster is there every Tuesday morning, and Frank's as busy a man as I've ever seen. And of course, Paula, you know him.
Love me some Frank.
I think the world of Frank. But I'm there every Thursday from 8:30 till 12 or 1, and then we have our monthly meeting, which any veterans invited to come to that and see if they want to be there and all. Now, we do not have a bar. If you're hunting a VFW to partake in alcohol, we're not the one you need. We're there to serve veterans, and veterans don't need alcohol, because a lot of the veterans, especially the Vietnam veterans, were alcoholics when they returned, and they had health and mental problems and all. But we're there to help that veteran, and I work hard at trying to keep every veteran up to date on their benefits, and that's what I do as a service officer up there, and I have been doing it for 15 years now. And we need these younger people. For years and years, just a very few war veterans that could come there. I mean, everybody that goes into the military just about can go to the American Legion, but you've got to be a war veteran or served in a war zone to be a member of the VFW. That's the distinction between those two. All these young people coming back, I know they're busy and all, and I'll say this to you: if you don't keep abreast of your benefits now and do what I've been doing since 1970 and keep up with your VA benefits, you may lose your VA benefits, and when you get old and need them, they may not be there. You've got to stay involved. You don't have to do like we do, us older guys, stay there all the time. But you need to be involved, and everybody that's been deployed to these war zones is eligible for the VFW now. And we are working hard to make sure that your benefits are there. And there's going to be benefits from Desert Storm, with all the oil fires coming in the near future, because breathing all that stuff and be exposed to all of it, there's bound to be health risk and that Gulf War syndrome. You need to stay involved, these young men and women, and we need more women veterans.
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, some of these women veterans are sharp on this stuff. We've got several, but we want them to come to our post. We want them to get involved as much as they can, and that would help them. That's what I'm worried about, helping them, because I still have Vietnam veterans come in that didn't know they had benefits, and they eat up with diabetes, neuropathy, ischemic heart disease, they've had cancers. All of those things are service connected, and you can be drawing money for those things. It's a very simple process. It's a long, aggravating process, but everybody knows how the VA is right now. They're having a terrible time. But we've got a good clinic over here. We've got a lot of good doctors. And I think the service is going to improve greatly under this new administration that's taken over. And I think the new secretary is going to hold these people accountable. And that's the most important thing.
Great. Now, Larry, when a veteran comes to see you to join, are there documents that that person needs to bring?
The only document he needs to bring is a DD Form 214.
Okay.
And every veteran knows exactly what that is. And most of the, I help a lot of widows, had 4 in there yesterday of veterans that had died. And every widow may be eligible for some kind of widow's benefits. You need to check into it. If you make over $9,700 a year, I don't know who could live off that in this day and time, but that's all they're allowed to make. But I advise everybody, every widow, fill out a claim, send it in, and let them turn you down. It's not my job to tell you, no, I won't fill it out. I won't do that. I don't care if you're a millionaire and you want to file a claim, I'll file it and send it in, let them turn you down. That's not my job to turn you down. It's my job to send in the paperwork and try to get you approved.
You do your part.
Absolutely.
Service to the veteran.
Yep.
Or the veteran's remaining family.
I got the same raise this year as I've got the last 15 years. Nothing. I do this because I want to.
Free. This is your servant's
This
part.
is my service for a country that backed me and kept me fed and clothed when I was in Vietnam. I can't say enough about the citizen soldier.
There you go.
I mean, every veteran should respect them, because had not been for them, we would have been in a world hurt.
True, true. So, veterans, see Larry, or I believe Frank's there on Tuesday.
Any VFW member, but just come see us, come to the breakfast. I think you'd like it, and you can learn some things.
Bring your DD 214.
Yes.
See any of the officers, any of the VFW members there at the breakfast, and the next breakfast is September 13th, 8:30 a.m. at the local VFW. Or you can visit on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Larry and Frank are there, and they'd be glad to help sign you up for a VFW membership. $35 for a year, and the benefits that you receive with your membership are priceless. Larry, 20 September, taking a ride to Murfreesboro.
Absolutely. We leave about between 8 and 8:15. That's the Murfreesboro cookout. We go up 4 times a year and cook for the whole hospital. And this one, it's 3 times a year. It's always hot dogs and hamburgers and all the trimmings and everything. And then in December now, we take a traditional Christmas dinner. Ham, turkey, and we can carry a real crowd that day, because Leroy Wilson carries us up on his big bus. Wow. Leroy is a very good supporter of our cause up there. And he's also a member of Rolling Thunder, but that he may be at the road dedication out here unless he's really busy. But Leroy and his wife, they go every year. We just fill that bus up, put all the food that we fix down here under there, and carry it up and then serve it.
What a Christmas blessing you give to the patients at Murfreesboro VA Hospital.
Oh yeah, they love it. They know when we're coming, because I schedule it's the 3rd week, it's the 3rd Saturday of certain months. We used to do this 10 times a year, but with the economy got as bad as it was a couple of years back, we had to cut it back to 4 times a year. And I hated to do that, but it's about $650, $700 to get out and buy all the food to prepare. And then we've got members that Miss Estrella down in Ringo makes 4, 5, 6 cakes to carry. And Lord, if you've ever eaten one of her cakes, you know they're good. And then Costco donates a lot. Those people at Costco, they donate a lot of stuff Christmas to go up there. And that's how we survive. And that's how we give back to our veterans that are in the hospitals.
Which is your mission, to
Yes.
give back to the veterans.
Yes, it is.
And you do so in so many different avenues. On September 20th, we will be leaving VFW at 8:15 in the morning, 8:15 in the morning, and headed to Murfreesboro. And we'll be cooking out and having some of those yummy cakes and celebrating the day with the veterans at the VA hospital in Murfreesboro. And the public is welcome to come.
Oh yes, we encourage anybody that wants to come with us and all. I mean, we don't care. If we've got probably 5 or 6 people that's got vans. Like myself, I've got that Toyota van out there and it'll haul 6 people comfortably, 7 kind of crowded, but you know, I don't mind. I'll load that thing down and we go.
There you go, Larry. I don't doubt that at all. So I look forward to that trip and to all the smiles that you bring to the faces in Murfreesboro. On September 24th, the VA administration at Eastgate Outpatient Clinic is going to be there to answer questions from 2 until 4. Why is it so important, Larry, that veterans are there to ask pertinent questions?
If everybody that's had anything to do with the Department of Veterans Affairs know that these people very rarely tell you anything about benefits. They just don't do it. But if you've got questions about why for the last 15 years they've been promising us a super clinic, now that it was in the news here recently that they're going to build this, I'm still waiting to see it. I mean, I've been involved over there since 1972, and it has changed drastically as far as the care goes. In 72, they treated you like they treated us when we come back in Vietnam. Now they treat us like they should. But these administrators up high, sometimes I wonder about them, you know, because this bonus system that the new secretary is not going to put up with, I don't think a man should get a bonus for cutting on care for our veterans. I mean, that's just not right. That's one of the questions I want to ask them over there. I don't know who's going to be there and what level of authority they're going to be, but I do know they're going to be there that day. And they put it in a little bitty place in the Times Free Press. They didn't publicize it a whole lot. Well, Big Mouth me seen it. And I encourage every veteran that's got questions to be there and ask these questions. Be there and ask a good question. Don't go in there ill about bad service. That's the wrong time to do it. This is a time to ask, what are you going to do for our veterans to improve the situation that we have right now, which is terrible. Claim backlogs, people having to drive to Murfreesboro and Nashville for appointments. And I ain't even going to tell you what happened to me yesterday. That's not relevant to this. But you have to wait. A man that's got cancer shouldn't have to wait 6 weeks to get an appointment. He should. If I go out here to my doctor and I need to get an X-ray or MRI or CT scan, usually the next morning I'm down there in it. Now there's no reason that the VA can't do that. Farm this out. They say they're going to do it. It's time for the veteran community and the wives and friends, the whole nation, to start complaining to our congressmen about these things and our senators. And Congressman Graves' office has been pretty good about answering things. But it's time to step up now and do. Quit fighting across those aisles up there in Washington and take care of our veterans that took care of our country when they was asked to. I should get off my soapbox, but that's
okay,
a sore
Larry.
subject.
September 24th, VA Outpatient Clinic at Eastgate Mall from 2 until 4. All veterans are encouraged to attend to ask pertinent questions and find out answers that will help you and your families in the future. Now's the time to act. Rolling Thunder, they're headed to Andersonville
Every year.
every year from September 18th through the 20th. And this event, they're going to recognize POW and MIAs.
Yep.
Andersonville, the infamous Civil War prisoner of war camp. There will be hundreds of former prisoners of war in attendance
Yep.
from all wars.
Well, they may be, I don't know how many World War II will be there, but there'll be Korean and Vietnam, I'm sure. And of course, myself, I'm not going to be able to go, but a lot of our membership's going to go, and the ones that don't go to that will be out at the road dedication. And I look forward to every year we go to Andersonville. That's not the only infamous prison camp. There was one in Chicago too that was just as bad up north. They was as many died up there as they did in Andersonville. I mean, they were both very, very bad, but they never talk about the one in Chicago where the men had to live in mud about that deep, and it gets cold up there in the wintertime, very cold. But that's another thing. We go to Andersonville, and we go to on Memorial Day to run to the wall, to protest. See, we're not a motorcycle club. We're a veteran support organization. This is a show of brotherhood and support for the MIAs and POWs that are still missing, and to show support for the ones that are back now. And on Memorial Day, we go to Washington, D.C. to show support and let the Congress and the Senate know that we're not going to let them forget about our missing in action and our POWs, because there's still a lot of them out there. And if anybody sees this, it's got a missing relative, and you're close enough to where they can do a DNA test, they've got a couple of 2,000 or 3,000 bodies in Hawaii that has not been identified.
Okay.
And through DNA, they've been able to identify a lot. So, I don't know what the process is for that, but as long as we're able to go, the Rolling Thunder organization will be in Washington every Memorial Day to do the protest ride. And the city they can't stop it. I mean, it's a big thing. They shut down Pennsylvania and Constitution Avenue every year, and we make the ride, and that's what it's all about. And you don't have to have a motorcycle to be a member of Rolling Thunder. You do not have to. We've got people that follow us in cars that are members. So
it's for everyone.
Anyone.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
Join Rolling Thunder. Take up their mission to remember and to bring prisoners of war home. Also, you can contact Kenny Hensley or Larry
Yeah.
Hester at VFW to join Rolling Thunder, with or without motorcycle.
Yeah.
Larry, we have just a few more minutes left, and I want to talk about Military Order of the Purple Heart. You are taking up a new initiative here locally. Tell us about that.
All right, what I'm going to do is every Purple Heart recipient that lives here in the Fort Oglethorpe area can see this in the North Georgia area. We do not have a Military Order of the Purple Heart chapter here in North Georgia. I've been a life member of the chapter in Chattanooga in 1945, and for years now, and we need one here in North Georgia.
Yes.
I still have to get it approved and get the information on how to do this, but if we can get this off the ground, and I see all these Purple Heart tags running around town here, and I know there's probably 50 to 100 that live here in the Fort Oglethorpe area, and I would like to encourage them. I mean, we're going to do our best to get a chapter here in Fort Oglethorpe, and I'm fixing to. In fact, I'm going to call National today and find out exactly what they need me to do, because the nearest chapter, other than the one in Chattanooga that I belong to, that I know of, is in Atlanta. So we've got all these Purple Heart recipients, and it's a very small organization, but for $50 you can be a life member, and you get 4 magazines a year. They get them quarterly, and you know, there's a lot of good things you can do with the MOPH. Very, very elite outfit. You got to be a combat wounded veteran. And you've got to be able to prove that to be a member. So if you've never considered being a member of an organization, I would say this would be the one to really look at. And I've got to run it past our membership at the Post 3679 to see if they will allow us to hold a meeting there the second Saturday of every month after our regular post meeting. And if all this is put in place, then we will do our best to start a chapter up there, which I think we need to do.
Okay. If you or a loved one is a recipient of a Purple Heart, please contact Larry Hester at the local VFW. Of course, he's there on Thursdays from 9 until 1, or you may call Larry, 423-364-7909, and let him know that you are interested in starting a chapter here in North Georgia, Military Order of the Purple Heart, and all the benefits that are within that organization. Larry, looking forward to September and all the wonderful things that the veterans are involved in this month. Thank you again for being here with us.
Not a problem. I have more fun than a sober man ought to.
This is Council Lady Paula Stinnett, thanking everyone for tuning in to the September issue of Those Who Served. God bless America, and as always, it's a great day to be in Fort Oglethorpe.